Exam Prep, CAT and MBA, your one-stop solution for all MBA exams related questions. Watch unique strategies to ace CAT, XAT, SNAP, IIFT, TISNET, CMAT and other important MBA entrance exams. Tips and tricks to boost score, subject-wise and chapter-wise sessions, previous year's questions, exam-related update and notifications, live exam analysis and actual questions discussion. So why wait? Subscribe to BYJU'S Exam Prep, CAT and MBA YouTube channel and press the bell icon to stay updated.
Hello friends, a very good afternoon to all of you. A warm welcome on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I am Gaurav Gupta and I welcome all of you to this next section of MAHCET MBA 2022, where in this session we will be targeting this topic of geometry and mensuration. Now before I start this session, can you all please quickly confirm if I'm audible and visible to all of you? Yes. So all the participants who are already present in this lecture, give me a confirmation if I am clearly audible as well as visible to all of you. Sweetie Chaudhary, good afternoon. All right, so let me see how many of you can clearly hear me loud and clear. Okay, Meher, good afternoon. Vijay, hello, how are you? Gaurav Verma, Gaurav Daga, good afternoon to both of you. Om, all right, thank you for confirmation. Gyan, Rishikesh, all right. So all of you have already confirmed. So let me start by once again welcoming all of you to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I am Gaurav Gupta and some of you know might know me, all of you. Okay, some of you might know me, and today in this session we'll be taking on one of the elements of quantitative ability, which is geometry and mensuration. So in this session I have basically prepared some of the questions myself which you can expect to see, or the topic or the concept from these questions you can expect to see in the upcoming paper of MAHCET 2022. All right, so today we'll be looking at geometry and mensuration. Yes, so Gaurav, you're asking suggest me some books or any crash course for MAHCET. Okay, Gaurav, you can join, like there are plenty of courses offered by a lot of institutes, so you can join any one of them. Okay, Gaurav, long time since your last lecture. Yes, Gaurav, so a little long time, but here I am back once again in front of all of you. So let's not waste any time and let us start solving questions. Now, my dear friends, in geometry and mensuration, it is very important to remember a lot of formulas, a lot of theorems that you will study when you are studying triangles, circles, quadrilaterals and polygons. Okay. Now in this session, I'll be taking 15 questions, a total of 15 questions, which are on the mix of geometry and mensuration, on the concepts of geometry and mensuration. And don't just look at the answer, don't just look at the final answer, just also look at the way I am solving these questions. Okay, so in this session you will end up learning a lot of concepts and a lot of different techniques to solve a particular question. Okay, all right, so let's start with this. Om, you want a basic session from mixtures and allegations, so definitely I'll try to conduct this session. So I'll have a discussion with the scheduling team, and probably in near future I might conduct a session on mixtures and allegations. But let us start with this session. So the first question on your screen, my dear friends, I want all of you to be actively taking participation and solve all these questions live and post your answer as soon as possible. So the first question on your screen now: how many triangles with integer sides are possible if 15 and 7 are two of the sides? Come on. So first question on your screen, quickly tell me what should be the answer for this question. How many triangles with integer sides are possible? Two sides are given, 7 and 15. So basically you will have to find out what can be the possible values of the length of the third side? Good afternoon, Shaikh. Yes, any answer from any student? I'll give you a few more seconds, after which I'll start with the discussion of this. All right, Gaurav says option D. All right, Gaurav. Fine. Let me see what answer will be given by other students. Roosters, good afternoon. And according to you, the answer is 11. Prateek says 11. Krishna says 11. All right. Nice, nice. Good people. Okay. Now let's have a look at a simple concept here. So if A and B are any two sides of a triangle, if A and B are any two sides of the triangle, then the range in which the third side will lie, the range in which the third side will lie will be strictly between the sum and the difference. I'm sorry, on the left hand side I should write the difference. So the range in which the third side will lie will strictly be between the difference of these two sides and the sum of these two sides. So I can say that in this case the third side will be greater than the difference of 7 and 15. Now you have to be very careful here. Okay, so the third side will be greater than the difference of 7 and 15. The difference of 7 and 15 is 8. All right, 15 minus 7 is 8, and it will be less than the sum of 15 and 7, and that is 22. All right, now this third side is greater than 8, and this third side should be an integer. So I can say that the values that this third side can take should be an integer greater than 8. So that means it will start from 9, then 10, 11, 12, and so on. And it should be an integer which is less than 21. So integer less than 22. So this will go up till 21. So all the integral values between 8 and 22, that means starting from 9 up till 21, will be the answer for this question. All right, now you can count these numbers starting from 9 up till 21. Starting from 9 up till 21, what should be the answer? So you can count on fingers or you can use any method. So it will be 21 minus 8, that is 13. So there will be 13 possible values of integral sides of the third side. Okay, for a triangle which has 7 and 15 as two of its sides. So the correct answer will be equal to 13. Okay, so starting from 9, 10, 11, 12 and up till 21, this will be the answer. So I'll quickly repeat this. If two sides of a triangle are given, then the range of third side will be between the difference and the sum of the two given sides. The difference of these two sides was 8 and the sum of these two sides was 22. So the third side will lie strictly between 8 and 22. Now you will have to just list all the integers which are lying between 8 and 22. So starting from 9, the minimum value of the third side, 10, 11, 12 up till 21, 21 being the maximum value of the third side. You can count all these and that will be your answer. Now one small suggestion to all of you. There is no need to remove your answers. It's absolutely fine, friends. We are here at the learning stage. So even if you are giving wrong answers, it is absolutely fine. Nobody is going to judge you with your responses, which you will be giving in this class. Okay, what I can say that if you are giving an answer, then I appreciate the fact that you are involved in this lecture. Okay, so no need to remove your answers, even if it is right, even if it is wrong. Okay, so let's move on to the second question of this class. Keep noting down all the concepts that I'm teaching you. So second question on your screen now. Again, a wonderful question. Now try to simplify, try to attempt, don't sit idle. Whatever information you have about medians and the area of triangles, try to use each and every information in this question. All right, so Krishna says 21. Very good, Krishna. Yogita, this is the session not for arithmetic. This is a session for geometry. As you can see, I've just drawn a triangle. All right. So let's start solving this one. Okay. So all of you focus now. All of you must concentrate. Leave whatever you are doing now and focus on this question. Now I've just drawn a random figure that will help in this question. Okay. Figure is not drawn to the scale, right? Now find the length of AD, as I can see AD in the triangle ABC if AD and BE are medians. So if AD and BE are medians and they are perpendicular to each other, so the angle between these medians is 90 degrees. Okay, and the length of BE is given as 24. Also the area of the entire triangle is given as 480 units. Now first thing about medians is, so some properties of medians. So first of all, the median divides the opposite side in equal parts. Median opposite side को दो equal parts में divide करती है. Okay, so divides side equally. Okay. Second thing about median is it divides the entire triangle in two triangles having equal areas. Okay, so AD, अगर AD median है, if AD is the median, then area of triangle ABD will be equal to area of triangle ACD. Okay, so these two areas will be equal. As you can see in the figure, कोई भी median draw करोगे, so it will divide the entire triangle in two triangles having equal areas. Now, third thing about medians that will be used in this question will be the intersection point of medians. So the intersection point of medians is called centroid. Okay, and centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Centroid divides the length of the median in the ratio 2:1. Okay, now let us apply all these things one by one. So first of all, area. Okay, now I can say that the area of triangle ABD, area of this triangle will be half the area of the entire triangle. The entire triangle has area of 480. So this triangle ABD will have area 480 divided by 2. That is 240. Okay, so area of ABD we have got. Okay, now let's call this point as O. Okay, now BE is the median whose length is given as 24. So since centroid, which is point O, intersection point of both the medians, so since this point O will divide the median in the ratio 2:1, so I can say that BO is 2, OE will be equal to 2:1. Given that BE is equal to 24, I can say that length of BO will be equal to 16 and length of OE will be equal to 8. So what I have done is I have divided BE in the ratio 2:1. I have divided 24 in the ratio 2:1. All right. Okay. Now consider triangle ABD. Now area of ABD, area of a normal triangle can be written as half into base into height. Okay, now for this triangle, base for triangle ABD, if I'll consider AD as the base, height will be BO, which is perpendicular to AD. So it is important to know that in area of triangle, if we are using half into base into height, then height and base should be perpendicular to each other. As you can see in this triangle, if AD is considered as base, then height BO, it is already given perpendicular to AD. Okay. Now area of this triangle is 240. Now just substitute values. 240 is equal to half into AD, and the value of BO I have already calculated on the left hand side. It is 16. All right. So I can now say that upon cross multiplication, the value of AD will come out to be 30 units. So the correct answer for this question will be option B. All right. I hope I am clear with the explanation. So I have taken this explanation very slowly. I hope you all have understood, and we can move on to the next question. Okay. Now take this lecture, this entire lecture, as a set of learning for geometry. Okay. So those who have already studied geometry, then it will be a wonderful revision for all of you. Those who haven't studied geometry, then you can understand all these concepts. Okay. Now let's move on to question number 3. Now all the students who are still present and listening to me properly, who are still alive in this session, quickly write yes in the chat box. Come on, I want it from all of you. Write yes in the chat box. All right, great. Om, Sneha, Abranil, Meher, Dharmi, Pooja. Great, great. Good to see all of you responding and listening and attending these sessions. Okay, so next question, quickly solve it. This one is an easy question if you remember some of the formulas which are related to geometry, or especially the area of triangles. Okay, so you can give the answer now. Now, first of all, those who can tell me what is the type of this triangle. So the three sides of the triangle are 30, 40 and 50. What is the type of this triangle? Come on. If you are able to determine the type, then this question will become very easy for all of you. Now I'm on the right hand side, on the left hand side. Good, Gaurav, very good. So on the left hand side, I'm writing some of the formula for area of triangles. Okay. Now first formula for area of triangles we have already seen, half into base into height. Second formula is Heron's formula, under root of s, s minus a, s minus b, s minus c. Okay. Third formula that you can use is half. Listen to this very carefully. Product of two sides multiplied by sine of containing angle. So the sine that we are taking of the angle, this angle should be between these two sides. So half product of two sides multiplied by the sine of the containing angle. Fourth formula that you can use is small a, small b, small c upon 4 capital R, where a, b, c are the three sides and capital R is circumradius. Now the fifth formula that will be used for this question for the area of triangle is small r into small s, where small r is in radius and small s, all of you would know it, semi perimeter. The s, the small s that we have used in formula number 2. Okay, so small s is semi perimeter. All right. Now, a lot of you have told me that this triangle is a right angle triangle. Not all of you, a lot of you, but Gaurav has told me, Krishna has told me. So 30, 40, 50, you must be knowing 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. So if 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet, then multiply 10 करेंगे अगर मैं हम तीनों sides को. So 30, 40, 50 will also be a Pythagorean triplet, and hence this triangle is right angled triangle. Now all of you can write the area of this triangle quickly. Area कैसे निकालें? So area of this right angled triangle will be half into the product of perpendicular sides. So half into 30 into 40. Okay. This will be equal to the area if I'll use a different formula. So I'll use this formula, small r into small s. Now small r is not known. Small s is semi-perimeter, which is perimeter divided by 2. Sum of all the sides divided by 2. Okay. Now equate them and get the value of r. Okay. Am I clear? So this is one way you can find out the value of r. Now Ram, you have written a formula using which again we can find the value of r, but this is a very general way of doing the same thing. So half into 30 into 40 is equal to r multiplied by 120 upon 2, 120 upon 2. Okay, half and half will get cancelled. 1200 upon 120, the value of r will be equal to 10. Okay, so this is the value of r. Option A is absolutely correct, and some of you have given this as the answer. Nice, wonderful, very good. Now with this, let's move on to our next question, question number 4. Find the diameter of the circle if the perpendicular length between the chord and the center of the circle is given. The length of the chord is given and the perpendicular distance of the chord from the center of the circle is given. Now a very easy question. So you should be able to do this question in less than 30 seconds. Come on. Yes, any answer to this one? Ram has given an answer. Gaurav has given an answer. Good, very good. I believe both of you are absolutely correct, but let's have a look at it. Okay, so Krishna says 30 units, which is option D. So till now I'm getting option C and option D from different students. Okay, keep solving this one. Not a very difficult one. Now there is a property which says that, all of you now focus. There is a property which says that if a perpendicular is dropped from the center of the circle to the chord, if a perpendicular is dropped from the center of the circle to the chord, then it will bisect the chord. Okay, so here the length of the chord is 24. So this point, I'll call it, let's say x. So this point x, which is the foot of the perpendicular from the center of the circle to the chord, will divide this chord in two equal parts. Okay, so PQ, this chord, will be divided in equal parts by this perpendicular. So the lengths of these two parts will be 12 each. Also, the length of this perpendicular is given as 5. So I can say that OP, the length of OP will be equal to the hypotenuse of this triangle. So 5 and 12 are the two sides. If I look at the Pythagorean triplet, I have 5, 12, 13 as one of the Pythagorean triplet. Okay. Now remembering some basic Pythagorean triplets will prove to be very helpful, will prove to be very time saving for all of you. Okay. So 5 and 12 are two perpendicular sides. So hypotenuse OP will be equal to 13 and which is also equal to the radius of the circle. Now they are talking about the diameter of the circle, so don't mark option A as your answer, right? So radius is 13, diameter will be 13 into 2, that is 26. So the correct answer for this question, yes, it was option C, which is 36. So yes, Ram, 5, 12, 13 is a Pythagorean triplet. Now I'll write on the left hand side some of the basic Pythagorean triplets which are frequently used. So 3, 4, 5, 5, 12, 13, we have already seen these two. 7, 24, 25 is another basic Pythagorean triplet that is commonly used. And one more, 8, 15 and 17 is another triplet that is frequently used. So try to remember, at least memorize these 4 Pythagorean triplets. Okay. All right. Now let's move ahead and look at question number 5. Now, quickly solve this. Again, some of the wonderful properties of circles will be used here. All right, Abranil, 120. Any other answer? Any other student who would like to post his answer? Pooja, Bhushan, Gaurav, Dharmi, nice, very good. So some people are saying option A, some of you are saying option E. Nice. So 60 degrees, 120 degrees and 90 degrees. These are 3 different answers that I'm getting. All right. Now let's start this one. Now first of all, I'll start with triangle OAB. If you'll see triangle OAB, OA and OB are equal because they are the radius of the circle. Okay, they are the radius of the circle. So OA and OB are equal. So the angles opposite to these sides will also be equal. So if angle B, this angle is given as 30 degrees, so this angle will also become 30 degrees, right? So isosceles triangle OAB is an isosceles triangle. OA and OB are equal. So angles opposite to OA and OB will also be equal. Now one of the angles is given, I have written the other angle. So what will be this central angle? So in this triangle, two angles are 30 and 30. So this central angle will be 120 degrees. Okay, central angle is 120 degrees. Now what I'll do is I'll consider a point D somewhere here on the circle, on the circumference of the circle, and I'll join AD and BD. Okay, so if angle AOB is 120 degrees, what will be the measure of angle ADB? Now ADB will be half of this angle. So angle made at the circumference is half the angle made by the same chord at the center of the circle. So center पे angle 120 बन रहा है, तो circumference पे उसका half हो जाएगा 120 upon 2, that is 60 degrees. Okay, so this angle we have got as 60 degrees. Now next thing is consider the quadrilateral, the cyclic quadrilateral. Consider the cyclic quadrilateral ACBD. Consider this cyclic quadrilateral ACBD. Okay. Now the property of cyclic quadrilateral says that sum of opposite angles is equal to 180 degrees. Okay. Now one of the angles D is 60 degrees. So you can write angle C as 120 degrees because this is the opposite angle. Sum of opposite angles is 180 degrees. So if one of the angles is 60, its opposite angle will be 180 minus 60, that is 120. So the correct answer here will be option C. All right. Okay. Now with this, let's move on to the next question. But I want all of you, those who are present in this session and have not liked this session as of now. So take a break of 5 seconds and quickly like this session. If you are liking this one, please do hit the like button. What you want, I am giving you. So I just want all of you to increase the number of likes. Okay. Share this session with your friends. It will be useful for them all as well. Do comment, share and subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you will not miss any of the notifications of all the upcoming sessions. All right. Okay. Now let's move ahead. Abranil, you are asking, I teach which batch? I don't understand. So you are probably talking about in BEP, BYJU'S exam prep, which batch I teach. So I teach 2-3 different batches. Okay. So what you can do is you can contact me. Okay. Like I can share all of you my WhatsApp number. So you can WhatsApp me on this number. Okay. And then like if in case you want any assistance, I will help you out. Okay. Now next question number 6 on your screen now. So all of you quickly solve this one. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral such that angle CAB is 45 and BDA is 60. So again, very basic property of circles. This question can be done. Yes, anyone would like to answer this? So 75 and 95, two answers, 75, 95. All right. You still have some time, तो यार थोड़ा सा time extra ले लो and try to give me a unique answer. All right, let's solve this. Now the property that I'll be using here is the angle made by a chord, on the same side of the circle on the circumference will be equal. So if angle CAB, this angle is given as 45 degrees. So this angle is made by chord BC. This angle is made by chord BC. So this angle is 45 degrees. So the angle made by chord BC on the same side, like this angle, will also be 45 degrees. Okay, so this is one part. Next, BDA, angle BDA is given as 60 degrees. So complete angle 60 degrees. So complete angle D is 60 plus 45, that is 105 degrees. And now you can apply the property that I have taught you in the previous question about the sum of the opposite angles in cyclic quadrilateral. So in cyclic quadrilateral, sum of the opposite angles is 180. So here the complete angle D is 105 degrees. So complete angle B which is asked in the question will be 180 minus 105, and that will be 75 degrees. So the correct answer will be option B, that is 75. And Ram, you have given a correct answer. Yes, you have given the correct answer. Okay, so wonderful. No worries about the answer. If all of you are learning something out of this session, I am very happy. Okay, so moving on to the next question, question number 7. Find the median in a trapezium. The height is 12 units and the area is 156 units. Now, if you know the formula, if you know this logic, what is the median in a trapezium, then you will be able to solve this question in less than 10 seconds. Okay, so I'll give you 30 seconds. Let's see how many of you can give me an answer. Meanwhile, I'll prepare myself to help you with the logic of this question. All right, now let's talk about the median of a trapezium. Okay, now I have drawn a trapezium. Assume that this is a trapezium with these two parallel sides, AB and DC. So AB and DC opposite sides are parallel and their lengths are small a and small b respectively. So what is a median of a trapezium? Now, median of a trapezium is a line joining the midpoints of non-parallel sides. Okay, so non-parallel sides AD, I've taken the midpoint of AD as X and Y as the midpoint of BC. So X and Y are midpoints. So line joining X and Y, line joining the midpoints of non-parallel sides is called the median. And the length of the median is the average of the parallel sides. So it is half A plus B. Okay, so this is the formula for the median of a trapezium. Okay, now formula for area of trapezium is half sum of parallel sides multiplied by height, which is given as 156 here. Okay, now half into a plus b is the median of the triangle, which I'm substituting by capital M. Multiply h is 156. Now height is given as 12. So the length of the median will be 156 upon 12, and that is 13 units. So yes, the correct answer is 13 units. And Roosters, Ram, Gaurav, Sweetie, Dharmi, all of you have given a correct answer. Lovely, very good. Let's move on to question number 8. Now find the length of the larger diagonal in rhombus if the length of the side is 10 and area of this rhombus is 96 units. Come on, work on this. Meanwhile, I'll quickly draw the figure and will explain you some of the portions related to a rhombus. All right, any answers? So I've drawn a figure on the left hand side of your screens. Assume that this is a rhombus. Now, some of the properties of rhombus, like in a rhombus, the diagonals bisect each other at right angle. So both the diagonals, this point O is the midpoint of both the diagonals, and this is 90 degrees. Now, area of a rhombus is half D1, D2, half the product of diagonals. And there are some other formulas for areas of area of rhombus, but today we'll be using on this formula. So assume that OD is X, Wait, I'll quickly write it. So let's say this length is x, so this will also be x. This is y, this will also be y. Okay. Now area which is given as 96, look at the top of your screens. Area which is given as 96, okay, wait, I'll write it here. So area which is given as 96 will be equal to half d1 into d2. So the entire length of diagonal will be 2x and the other will be 2y. Okay. So the product of x and y will be equal to 48. So x and y का product कितना आ गया? 48. Also, we are given that in the right angled triangle, in the triangle which is right angled ODC, x square plus y square, I've used Pythagoras theorem, is equal to 10 square. Okay. Now x and y are two sides such that their product is 48. And these are the perpendicular sides of a right angled triangle, okay, such that x square plus y square is equal to 10 square. Now by using one of the Pythagorean triplets, okay, if you remember some of the Pythagorean triplets, one of the sides is 10. Can you just make a guess for other two sides such that the product of these two sides is 48? The product is 48 and x square plus y square is equal to 10 square. So can you make a guess about the value of x and y? Good, Gaurav, wonderful, lovely. So I can see that 6 square plus 8 square, ये 10 square होता है. So 6, 8 and 10 is a Pythagorean triplet. Okay. And the product of 6 and 8 is also 48. So if you are like familiar with all these things, then it will take very less amount of time to solve such questions. Otherwise, what you had to do is pick up the value of x and substitute it here and make a quadratic equation and then find the answer using that. Quadratic equation बनाना पड़ता, थोड़ा सा lengthy हो जाता question, अब easy हो जाएगा. So the value of x and y are 6 and 8 respectively, or 8 and 6 respectively. Okay. And the length of the diagonal will be 2x, that is 16. The other diagonal will be 2y, that is 12. So both the diagonals we have calculated 16 and 12, right? Now in the question we are asked to find out the length of the larger diagonal. हमें larger diagonal का length find out करना है. So it will be equal to 16, which is option D. All right. So I hope I am very much clear with the concept. So Gaurav, Dharmi and Ram, good for actively taking participation in this lecture. Once again, those who are listening me, those who are active right now, who haven't slept right now, please give me a yes. Come on, write yes in the chat box if you all are active in the class. Then we'll move on to the next one. You're asking, Gaurav, if we multiply it is 192 and 12 into 96 is 192. Yes, बोल सकते हैं, but गौरव 192 बहुत सारे तरीके से आ सकता है. Okay, so d1 d2 अगर 192 है, so I can say that d1 into d2 can also be 2 multiplied by 96. So larger diagonal 96 भी हो सकती है. It can also be 4 multiplied by 48. So larger diagonal can also be 48. So there are multiple possibilities for this. Okay. So for this, there are multiple possibilities. So that is why I'll not use this. Here, if product is 48 and x square plus y square is equal to 10 square, then we have only single possibility. Okay. That means x and y. Yes, you can always use the options, fine. But I'm just giving you a value. Also Gaurav, एक और चीज हो सकती है. d1 into d2 can be written as 19.2 multiplied by 10. So 19.2 multiplied by 10, or let's make it like this, 20 multiplied by 9.6. So 20 into 9.6 भी हो सकता है, तो 20 can also be the larger diagonal, right? So वैसा जरूरी नहीं है कि diagonals will be of integer length. So there can be different possibilities as well. Okay. So even if I'll use options, I can say that 20 can also be the answer. Okay, because nowhere it was written that the diagonals are integers. So that is why I have given you this complete elaborated method. Okay, chaliye. Question number 9 on your screen. Find the number of sides in a regular polygon if the number of diagonals are 90. Now this one is pretty easy one. It's just the formula that you must know to calculate the number of diagonals. So I'll give you 30 seconds for this, after which I'll start with the explanation. All right, great. Okay, so number of diagonals, I'll give you two forms of this formula. So if small n is the number of sides, if small n is the number of sides, then the number of diagonals is nc2 minus n, which can also be written as n into n minus 3 whole divided by 2. Okay, so I'll use the second formula. N into n minus 3 divided by 2 is 90. So n into n minus 3 is equal to 180. Okay, now 180 I have to write it as the product of two numbers. Listen carefully, a faster way, a faster approach to find the answer. One approach is you can make a quadratic equation and solve for the value of n. Otherwise, I can see that थोड़ा सा hidden trial कर सकते हैं. 180 I have to write it as a product of two numbers which differ by 3. So इन दोनों numbers में difference 3 का है. So there is only one possibilities. थोड़ा सा hidden trial करोगे, 15 into 12. So if n is 15, n minus 3 will be 12 and 15 into 12 is 180. So the value of n will be equal to 15. So the number of sides here will be 15, which is option A. Gaurav, Ram, Jayesh, Abranil, perfect. Ram, you have already given this one. Wonderful, Ram. You are going well in this class. Very good. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Question number 10. Find the number of sides in a regular polygon if the ratio of interior and exterior angle is 7:2. Yes, people, any answer? Again, one very easy question. Orally कर सकते हैं हम इसे. All right, Ram. All right. Now I have just drawn an open polygon because I don't know what is the number of sides. ठीक है? So मेरे को number of sides नहीं पता. I have drawn this thing just to explain you what is interior and exterior angle. Okay. So this is an interior angle, and if I'll extend one of the sides, so this will be an exterior angle. So interior angle and exterior angle. Now sum of interior angle and exterior angle. Here, this is making a linear pair. So this will be equal to 180. The ratio of interior and exterior angle is 7:2. So 180 is to be divided in the ratio 7:2. So interior angle will be 140 and exterior angle will be 40. So if you'll divide 180 in the ratio 7:2, so these are the two values that you will get. Interior angle is 140 and exterior angle is 40. Okay. Now for a regular polygon, the measure of exterior angle is equal to 360 divided by the number of sides. For a regular polygon, the measure of exterior angle is 360 divided by number of sides. So the number of sides will be equal to 360 divided by exterior angle. Okay. Now exterior angle here is 40. So 360 divided by 40 is equal to 9, and the number of sides for this one will be equal to 9. Now make sure that you are applying these formulas only for regular polygon. So regular polygon, if all interior angles will be equal, all exterior angles will also be equal. And in any polygon, we can say that the sum of all exterior angles is equal to 360 degrees. If we have a regular polygon, then all exterior angles will be equal. So sum of all these equal exterior angles is 360. So that is why I can write this formula. All right. I hope I am very clear to all of you once again. Okay. So if I am clear and you all are liking this session, once again, I request all of you, those who haven't done it yet, quickly go back and like this session, comment, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon. You know why. Okay, so quickly do hit the like button, and then we'll look at the next 5 questions, the last 5 questions of the day. So yes, 5 more questions are still there to be solved. Okay, so let's move ahead, and question number 11. Now a very straightforward question to find out the area of pallogram. Everything is given which is required. You just need to apply the formula. We'll give you 30 seconds and we'll start with the discussion. All right, so let's have a look at it. Now the formula for area of pallogram is length into breadth into the sine of the containing angle. So theta is angle between the sides. Theta is angle between sides. Okay. So here the two sides are given, 12 and 15. Angle is also given. So just apply this formula, 12 into 15 into sine of 30 degrees. Sine 30 is half. So 12 into 15 into 1 upon 2, and that will come out to be 90. So 90 square centimeters will be the answer. So correct answer is option A. Option D. That is 90, given by Gaurav and Ram. Very good. I hope others are also understanding whatever I'm teaching here. Right? Moving on to the next one, question number 12. Again, a very straightforward question. A simple logic, not from geometry, but like first thing definitely is an application of geometry. But to find the final answer, you will require one of the formulas that we see in progressions. Sum of an infinite GP. So if you want me to tell you the sum of the infinite GP right now, please tell me. Otherwise, I'll explain it while explaining the solution of this question. So if you require sum of infinite GP, you can request for the same. All right. Now let's have a look at it. I'll just draw two squares. One is the red color square that you can see. Another square is formed by joining the midpoints of the sides of the first square. Okay, so midpoints of the sides I have just drawn, I have just marked, and let's join all of them. Now, whenever this is done, the new square, the side of the new square, let's say original square, the side is A, and new square, the side is B. So I can say that the side of the new square, which is B, is 1 upon under root 2 times the side of the original square. Okay, so side of the new square is 1 upon root 2 times the side of the original square, or I can say that area of the new square, will be half of the area of original square. Okay, so area of the largest square is given as 8. So first square, the area will be 8. The second square, the area will be half of this. Third square, another half, then half, and so on. So the area will keep reducing by half. Okay, so if the same procedure is repeated to form another square and the process is followed to form infinite such squares, the sum of areas of all these squares will be the sum of this expression that I have written at the bottom of the screen. Now this is nothing but a geometric progression. Now sum of infinite terms of a geometric progression, sum का formula होता है a upon 1 minus r. So yes, Ram has given a correct formula. So this is an infinite GP. The sum of infinite GP is a upon 1 minus r. Here a is the first term, which is 8, and r is the common ratio, which is half. So just put this formula 8 upon 1 minus 1 upon 2. That will come out to be 16. So option B, 16 square units, will be the correct answer for this question. All right, simple application, nothing more than that. Question number 13, let's solve this. Just need to apply the formula for volume of cylinder. Might be the easiest question which we have taken in today's lecture. So quickly give me, all of you, those who are listening to me, those who are still present here, quickly give me an answer for this question. Option A, B, C, or D. You may use the value of pi as 22 upon 7 to get the final answer. You may use the value of pi as 22 upon 7. So let's solve this. Volume of a cylinder is pi r square h. Now radius is given as 7 and height is given as twice the radius. So that is 14. So volume will become pi, which is 22 upon 7 into r square, 7 into 7 into 14. So 7 and 7 will get cancelled. Now if you'll multiply, I am getting the answer like I can see all of you have given the answer as option A. So let us not, like, I'll not simplify this. You can do it by yourself. 22 into 7 into 14. So you can solve it by yourself, and I can vouch for all of you. All of you have given same answer. So 2156 must be the product of these numbers. Perfect. Wonderful. Moving ahead. Question number 14. Next one. Find the length of the longest rod that can fit inside a cuboid with the sides 15, 20 and 60. Again, we have a direct formula for this. Now, when you are looking at this topic while studying, so you can also have a look at the concept that is used in this. Okay, please do that by yourself. So the length of the longest rod that can fit in a cuboid of L, B, H dimensions will be the body diagonal. So we call it a body diagonal. Okay. Now the length of the body diagonal in a cuboid is under root of L square plus B square plus H square. This is the length of the body diagonal. So now you can do the calculations. So 15 square plus 20 square plus 60 square whole under the root. Now 15 square is 225 plus 400 plus 3600 whole under the root, and that is under root of 4225. Now 6 into 7 is 45, so this will be 65. So under root of 4225 is 65, so the correct answer will be option C. Okay, now I'll give you a small hack like just for this particular calculation. मैंने बहुत जल्दी कैसे किया? A number which is ending with 5, अगर उसका square calculate करना है, if you want to calculate the square of the number which is ending with 5, let's say 85 square. So write the last two digits as 25, which is the square of 5, and the previous portion of this number will be this number 8 multiplied by its next number. So 8 multiply 9. So 8 into 9 is 72. So the square of 85 will be 7225. So this method can be used to find out the square of any number which is ending with 5. Alright, so you can apply it for any number. So 65 square, 6 into 7, the next number. 6 into 7 is 42 and then 25. So 4225 is the square of 65. Right? Fine. Let's move on to the final question of the day. Let's see if this question is easy or difficult for all of you. Now, a cone is cut parallel to its base at 2/3 of its height from the ground. Find the ratio of the volume of the smaller cone to the original cone. Now, if you know the concept, it is very, very useful. It is very, very useful as well as easy to understand. So, yes, any answers? All right, Ram. Wonderful. Okay. Anyone else? Bhushan says option B. Very good, Bhushan. Gaurav. Okay. Now the cone you can see in red color. The cone that you can see in red color is the original cone. Now it is cut parallel to its base at a height of 2/3 from the ground. So if this height is 2/3 from the ground, height of the above piece, the cone, the smaller cone will be 1/3. So I can say that the height of this cone has become 1/3. Now this is just an application of similarity, that if height has become 1/3, if height has become 1/3, then the radius will also become 1/3. Okay, so if height has become 1/3, then radius will also become 1/3. Now anything related to the length in this case will become 1/3. Now anything related to the area will become 1/3 square, that is 1/9. So anything which is related to the area of smaller cone and the bigger cone, it will become 1/9, and anything which is related to the volume will become 1 by 3 whole raised to the power 3. That is 1 upon 27. So if you'll get any question related to the area, you can say that it will become 1 by 9. So like curved surface area will become 1 by 9, total surface area will become 1 by 9. If anything is related to the volume, it will become 1 by 27. Okay, so here the correct answer will be equal to option B, that is 1:27, which almost all of you have given correctly. All right. So friends, that is all from my side. That is all about these 15 questions of geometry and mensuration. I am hopeful that all of you would have liked this session. Definitely, I'll keep coming back again and again for all of you up till your MHCT examination with plenty of such sessions. So that is all from my side. Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you for appreciating this thing. Thank you for enjoying this lecture. Just a small request, please do like, comment, share and subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. Some of the useful information for all of you, those who are looking for any CAT 2022 program, so you can enroll in this comprehensive program. The entire details are mentioned on your screen. So you can go ahead and join this program. You can follow us on Insta, subscribe our YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep, press the bell icon, like our Facebook page, join our Telegram channel, Telegram group, and download the app from Google Play. That is all from my side. Thank you all of you for appreciating and liking this session. I'll definitely be back with plenty of more sessions for all of you. I believe tomorrow I am planned to take, or tomorrow or day after I'm planned to take another session on MHCT. We'll definitely see you again. Have a good day. Keep studying. Bye bye.